My child, stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. Slow down. I know your shoulders are tired. I know your heart feels heavy. I know there are days when you feel like you cannot carry one more thing. But you keep going. You keep showing up. You keep helping others. You keep carrying burdens that nobody else can see. And little by little, the weight grows heavier. My child, I see it all. I see the worries you never speak about. I see the responsibilities resting on your shoulders. I see the silent fears that follow you into the night. I see the questions you keep carrying alone. And I want you to hear me carefully. You were never meant to carry all of this by yourself. You were never created to hold the weight of the whole world. Yet for so many years, that is exactly what you have tried to do. You carried your family. You carried responsibilities. You carried disappointments. You carried grief. You carried burdens that belonged to yesterday and worries about tomorrow. You carried so much that you forgot how to rest. I know how exhausting that feels. I know there were nights when your body was tired, but your mind would not stop. You lay awake, thinking about problems you could not solve, people you could not help, situations you could not control, and still, you carried them. My child, I was there. I heard every sigh. I heard every prayer. I heard every whispered cry for help, even when no one else knew, even when no one else saw. I saw. I always saw. From the very beginning of your life, I have watched over you every step, every tear, every victory, every struggle. Nothing has ever been hidden from me. I know the work of your hands. I know the sacrifices you made. I know how much of yourself you gave away. You worked hard. You loved deeply. You served faithfully. You kept going. Even when you were exhausted, I see the marks left behind by those years, not just on your hands, not just on your face, but deep within your heart. Every sacrifice tells a story. Every burden tells a story. Every scar tells a story. And I know every chapter, my child. You have spent years carrying others, years helping others stand, years making sure others were okay. And many times you carried their pain too. You carried worries that were not yours. You carried guilt that was not yours. You carried responsibilities that were never meant to rest entirely on your shoulders. And slowly, the burden became heavier. I know how lonely that can feel. I know there were moments when you wondered if anyone noticed, if anyone understood, if anyone cared. Listen carefully. I noticed, I understood, and I cared. I was beside you through every storm. I was beside you through every difficult season. I was beside you through every lonely night. You were never abandoned, not once. You may have felt alone, but you were never alone. I was carrying you, even when you did not realize it. My child, there is something you still need to see. The world often celebrates visible success, but I look deeper. I look at the heart. I see every quiet act of love. I see every sacrifice nobody thanked you for. I see every prayer offered in secret. I see every burden you carried for someone else, and none of it has been forgotten. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was unseen. Nothing was meaningless. I remember it all. The kindness, the faithfulness, the perseverance, the love. I remember every part of your journey, and I am proud of the faithfulness I have seen in you. Take another deep breath, because there is something important I want you to understand. The answer is not to carry more. The answer is not to become stronger. The answer is not to keep pushing yourself harder. The answer is to let me carry what is too heavy. My child, that has always been my invitation. Not performance, not perfection, not endless striving, but trust. Trust me with the burden. Trust me with the worry. Trust me with the fear. Trust me with the weight that has exhausted your soul. Do you remember the widow who gave 2 small coins? Many people noticed the large gifts. Few noticed her, but I did. The world saw 2 small coins. I saw a heart full of faith. I saw sacrifice. I saw devotion. I saw trust. My child, you have lived much like that widow. You gave your time. You gave your strength. You gave your love. You gave far more than most people will ever know. And I saw every bit of it. I saw what others missed. I saw the cost. I saw the burden. And I saw the faithfulness behind it. In my eyes, your life is precious. Your faithfulness matters. Your sacrifices matter. Your love matters. You matter. And there is something else you need to hear today. You do not have to keep carrying everything alone, because I never asked you to. My word says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28, my child. That promise is for you, not for someone else. Not for people who seem stronger. Not for people who have everything together. For you, right now, exactly where you are, exactly as you are. Come to me with the burden. Come to me with the exhaustion. Come to me with the worry. Come to me with the fear, and let me carry it with you. Let me hold what has become too heavy. Let me strengthen what has become weary. Let me bring peace to what has been restless. Because that is what a loving father does, and I am not far away. I am here, closer than you realize, closer than your next breath, and I will not let you carry this alone, my child. Take a deep breath and listen carefully. Because there is something I need you to understand. You have spent so much of your life carrying others, helping others, supporting others, standing strong for others, and many times you carried those burdens quietly, without recognition, without applause, without anyone truly understanding the weight you carried. But I saw it. I saw every sacrifice. I saw every act of love. I saw every moment you chose faithfulness when nobody else noticed, and that is why I want to remind you of something today. Do you remember the widow who gave 2 small coins? Many people came with great wealth. Many people gave large amounts. But she came with her whole heart. The world saw a tiny gift, but I saw extraordinary faith. I saw trust. I saw surrender. I saw love. My child, you have lived much of your life like that widow. You gave your time. You gave your energy. You gave your strength. You gave your attention. You gave your heart. Again and again, you kept pouring out. Even when you were running empty, you kept showing up. Even when you were tired, you kept caring. Even when nobody seemed to care for you. And I want you to know this. None of it was wasted. Not one prayer, not one tear, not one sacrifice, not one act of love. I remember them all. The world measures success differently. The world measures numbers, results, recognition, status. But I look at the heart, and your heart has always mattered to me. I see your faithfulness. I see your perseverance. I see the kindness that flowed from your life. I see the burdens you carried for people you loved. And I know how heavy those burdens became. My child, I know you are tired. I know there are days when you wonder how much longer you can keep carrying all of this. I know there are moments when the weight feels overwhelming. Moments when you feel responsible for everyone. Moments when you feel like everything depends on you. Moments when you feel exhausted before the day even begins. But listen carefully. That burden was never meant to rest entirely on your shoulders. You were never created to carry the whole world. You were never called to solve every problem. You were never asked to bear every weight alone. You were called to walk with me. And when the burden becomes too heavy, I walk even closer. My child, this is where many people misunderstand my heart. They think they must become stronger. They think they must carry more. They think they must push harder. But I am not asking you to carry more. I am inviting you to surrender more. I am inviting you to trust me more deeply. I am inviting you to place those burdens into my hands. My word says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. Listen to those words again. I will give you rest, not more pressure. Not more striving, not more fear. Rest. That promise is for you, not for someone else. For you right now. For the burden you are carrying today. For the worry that follows you. For the fear that keeps returning. For the responsibility that feels too heavy. For the exhaustion that nobody else sees. My child, bring it to me. Bring me the anxiety. Bring me the uncertainty. Bring me the unanswered questions. Bring me the situation you cannot fix. Bring me the burden that keeps stealing your peace. Give it to me. Let me carry it with you. You do not have to hold everything together. You do not have to figure everything out. You do not have to carry every weight alone. because I am here, and I am stronger than the burden. There is something else you need to remember. My word also says, I will restore to you the years that the swarming locust has eaten. Joel 2:25, my child. Your suffering was not meaningless. Your faithfulness was not forgotten. Your sacrifices were not overlooked. I have been working in places you cannot see. I have been healing things you cannot yet understand. I have been preparing blessings you cannot yet imagine. And even now, I am still working. Even now, I am still carrying you. Even now, I am making a way. So stop for a moment. Release the pressure, release the fear, release the need to carry everything by yourself, and let me carry it with you. Because you were never meant to walk this road alone, and you never will, my child. Take another deep breath and let your heart become still. You have carried many things for a long time. Some burdens have names, some burdens do not. Some are worries about your family, some are fears about tomorrow, some are disappointments you never fully healed from, and some burdens have become so familiar that you no longer realize how heavy they are. But I know, I see the weight, I see the exhaustion. I see the places where your strength feels depleted, and I want you to hear me clearly. You do not have to keep carrying all of it. Not anymore. My child, I am here, and I am willing to carry it with you. Let my peace settle over your heart. Let my presence quiet your thoughts. Let my love reach the places inside you that have grown weary. You have spent so much energy trying to hold everything together, trying to stay strong, trying to protect everyone, trying to solve problems that only I can solve. But there comes a moment when strength is no longer found in holding on. Strength is found in surrender. Strength is found in trust. Strength is found in placing the burden into my hands. My child, you can rest here, not because every problem has disappeared, but because I am greater than every problem. You can rest here, not because you know every answer, but because I do. You can rest here, not because the future is certain to you, but because it is already known to me. Listen carefully. I have not brought you this far to abandon you. I have not carried you through every difficult season, only to leave you now. I have been faithful before, and I will be faithful again. My word says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7, my child, that invitation is still open. Give me the anxiety. Give me the pressure. Give me the fear. Give me the burden. Cast it upon me, and let your shoulders rest. I know there are things you cannot change, things you cannot control, things you cannot fix, and carrying them longer will not change them. But bringing them to me will change you, because my peace begins where striving ends. My strength begins where your strength runs out. My comfort begins where your fear releases its grip. You are not weak because you are tired. You are human. You are not failing because you feel overwhelmed. You have simply been carrying too much, and I never intended for you to carry it alone. My child, there is still goodness ahead. There is still joy ahead. There is still peace ahead. Your story is not defined by exhaustion. Your story is not defined by struggle. Your story is not defined by the burdens you carried. Your story is defined by my faithfulness, and faithfulness never fails. Even now, I am renewing your strength. Even now, I am restoring weary places. Even now, I am breathing hope into areas that have felt empty. You may not see everything changing yet, but I am working. You may not understand everything yet, but I am working. You may not feel stronger yet, but I am working. And what I begin, I will finish. Take a deep breath. Release another burden. Release another worry. Release another fear. One piece at a time. You do not have to do it all today. You only need to trust me today. Tomorrow will have its own grace. Tomorrow will have its own strength. Tomorrow will have its own provision. But today, rest with me, walk with me, lean on me. Let me carry what has become too heavy because I love you, because I care for you, because you are my child. My child, look back for a moment. You have survived things you once thought would break you. You have endured seasons you never thought you would overcome. And yet, here you are, not because you carried yourself, but because I carried you. I was there in every storm. I was there in every valley. I was there in every sleepless night. And I am still here now, closer than you realize, more faithful than you can imagine, more loving than words can express. So stop fighting every battle alone. Stop carrying every burden by yourself. Stop believing that everything depends on you. It does not. You can trust me. You can lean on me. You can rest in me, because I am holding you. I am strengthening you. I am carrying you. And I will never let you go. My word says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. Hold on to that promise. When fear comes, hold on to that promise. When uncertainty comes, hold on to that promise. When the burden feels heavy again, I am with you. I am for you. I am beside you, and I am carrying what you cannot carry. My child, the burden does not belong on your shoulders anymore. Place it into my hands. Trust my heart. Trust my timing. Trust my love. And let my peace guard your heart tonight. Let my presence quiet your mind tonight. Let my strength support you tonight. You are loved. You are seen. You are valued. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. And you do not have to carry this by yourself anymore. Rest now. Breathe deeply. Be still. And remember, I am here. I have always been here. And I will carry it with you. Amen.